Oh. Hello there, Miss Hope. How are you? How are you? How are you? We'll get started in just a minute, just a minute. Stand by.
Okay, you just got there.
Yes. You good?
Uh-huh.
Awesome sauce.
Okay.
We are good to go.
Let's pull up.
All right. Let's get yourself on Facebook here.
This one there.
Here for me. I want to get it over here as well.
Okay.
Before our jaws start moving. Go. All right. There we go. So we're all set. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Hello, 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 and welcome to Awareness Wednesday Prime Time. We're your hosts, Reg and Victoria Flanagan, calling out of East Orange, New Jersey. So welcome to our platform. Before we get into our detailed information, let me pass this over to my better 7/8, Mrs. Victoria Flanagan, who will give you information on why this platform is so important to her. Victoria, take it away.
I just want to keep our family informed. If we know better, we do better.
That's
seriously.
for sure.
And we're out here trying to help you save some lives, family. We truly are. And it's not as hard as you think. It isn't.
It really isn't. And she's absolutely right on that. It's all up to you and your desire to want to be healthier. And it's all your choice. We make our own choices. It could be good or bad, but it's up to you to make that right choice. If you're choosing to live a longer and healthier lifestyle, it's all about choices that we make. You know, there's so much going on. We talk about high blood pressure. We spoke about diabetes, cancer, obesity. This is Cancer Month, and we're going to keep the focus on that for this month. And it's on a rise. Wife says it all the time. The numbers are moving because prior they weren't, actually counting children, and then I expect children to have these same issues that we're getting as adults. No longer an adult issue. Young
adults.
Exactly. Young people are getting these same issues now. Why? Because of what they're doing as well. And the foods and things that they have right now are a whole lot worse than they were when we were growing up. And you guys can attest to that. So we got to educate us on putting good stuff in this body, in this temple, if you want to be around a lot longer to enjoy life a little bit better. You got to take care of yourself. It's so, so very important. We cannot stress that enough. There's so much out here that's taking people out of here. But things can be prevented based on what you change, your lifestyle, and what you're doing to yourself. So we got to make those changes. We got to make those good changes so we can be around for our loved ones. That's what's most important to us. Now, we all have an expiration date.
Mm-hmm.
We can't control that. But what you can control is what you do to this body. You can control that. Remember that, because what you're doing and what you're feeding yourself, you are the side effect of that, what you're putting in that body. You're the side effect of it. If you don't like that, let's change it. Information today is going to be epic. So you want to pay close attention. I'm going to press upon you as well. Take some notes today. The topic, you may know somebody who may know somebody who may know somebody that has this issue. So take some notes, because you can take this information back to them to let them hear some good stuff that can help them in their, while they're going through that process. They get good information from this young lady right here, the urchin. So let's get started. Our topic is always serving God with a healthy mind, body, and spirit. And our scripture, beloved, I wish above all things that thou mayest prosper and be in health, even as thy soul prospereth. That's 3 John 1 and 2. Our subject today, as you can see on screen, for those on Zoom, colon cancer. Who do you know? They may be going through this right now. Well, this is the platform to get that information. And while we're speaking, you have friends, text out on your phone, send them the link, and let them get connected.
Yes.
This is a team effort. Let's make this happen and spread this word, because we're going to give some good stuff here. All right. So what I'm going to do now is pass this back over to the urchin, the certified health coach, who's going to give you information on colon cancer. Again, pay close attention, because the life that you may save could be your own as well. All right, Victoria, take it away. The floor is yours.
Thank you, sir.
You are so very welcome.
Thank you.
And welcome to Prime Time.
Well, thank you, sir. It's just a pleasure working with this gentleman here. But yes, family, this is on the rise. I mean, all these topics that we talk about are on the rise. We have to do better. I think if we just know better, we can do better. But the numbers are alarming. The numbers are absolutely alarming. And this one hit me really hard, because just doing my research, I come across younger individuals that's coming up with colon cancer. I mean, in their 20s and 30s and early 40s with colon cancer. That's why I said this is just so important. So it says here, I got papers all over the place, so bear with me, family. It says a recent cancer study showed that people between the ages of 20 and 49 show the steepest increase in late stage of colon cancer. You heard that?
Wow.
20 to 49 years of age with colon cancer. This is nothing to play around with, family, because it's taking people out of here. We all know that Black Panther, Jasmine Bolton,
Yes.
died from
Colon
colon cancer a
cancer.
couple of years ago. And it was just the biggest thing back
And how
then.
was he? What was it,
He
42?
was 49, 40, no, 43,
40. There you
43.
go. Yeah. Early
And he
40s.
suffered for 4 years with it.
So that put him in
Without
his
telling
30s.
anybody. Exactly. He got diagnosed in his 30s. But it's out here. It is truly out here. And we got to find ways to getting this information out to our millennials and our Gen Xers. That's what they call them. So it says that the colon cancer therapeutic market, it is set to touch $8.7 billion by the year of 2030.
Wow.
This is how much money they putting aside for research for colon cancer. This is the second deadliest type of cancer. 52,000 more deaths are expected at the end of 2023 of this year. 52,000 deaths by the end of 2023. So that is just an eye opener in itself. It truly is an eye opener. But it says the Gen Xers and the millennials, they are looking at everything from the heightened exposure to pesticides, to hormones, mimicking chemicals in the environment, to early overuse of antibiotics and the lack of vitamin D. That is so, so true in our society. How many people are getting enough vitamin D? Most people are vitamin D deficient.
Yes, that's true.
Especially now that the weather's changing, the sun is going down early and you're just not getting out there getting as much as we need. So the word cancer refers to a process that an uncontrolled cell division, but technically is not in itself the name of a specific disorder. Instead, cancer is an umbrella term that refers to more than 200 different cancers, 200 different kinds of cancers, which are generally named according to the area where that tumor first appeared. That's what cancer is. And there's 5 types of cancer. Let me find that. It's in here. Hang on a second. There's 5 types of cancer. Of course, I'm not going to be able to find it.
5 different types?
There's 5 different types. You got lymphoma. Here it is. Here it is right here. There's 5 main categories of cancer. You have carcinomas. Carcinomas, they begin in the skin or the tissues that line the intestinal organs. Number 2 is carcinomas. That develops in your bone, your cartilage, your fat, your muscles, and other connective tissues. You have leukemia, begins in the blood and in the bone marrow. Then you have lymphomas that starts in your immune system, usually around your lymphatics. Exactly, your lymph nodes. And then the last one is your central nervous system cancers developed in the brain and in the spinal cord. So those are the 5 categories of cancers. So again, colon cancer itself. Let me just break this down really, really quick. Where's my other paper? We're gonna move that over to the side. Okay. This is the most third common cancer in men. First one is prostate cancer. Second is lung cancer. The third is colon cancer. In women, first cancer is breast cancer, lung cancer, and then colon cancer. It's the third leading cancer in men and in women. So we got to pay close attention to that. Cancers develop very, very important. Okay, hold it. Okay, there we go. So that's the third leading cause of cancer.
And we just spoke on prostate cancer.
Yes, we did.
Last week.
And somebody was watching and went and got tested and end up possibly having prostate cancer. So look at there. You never know who you're going to touch. You never know who's watching. You truly don't. So what is colorectal cancer? Cancer that begins in the colon is called colon cancer. The cancer that begins in the rectum is called rectal cancer.
Mhm.
So cancer affecting either of these organs, also called colon rectal cancer. They just put them together because they're so close together. Colon rectal cancer occurs when some of the cells in the line of the colon or the rectum becomes abnormal and it grows out of control. The abnormal growth cells create a tumor, which is cancerous. That's what colon cancer is. Now, here are some symptoms of colon cancer. Listen closely, family.
So here, for those who are listening, take some notes on this because this may help you out there in the field.
In its early stages, colon rectal cancer usually doesn't have any symptoms.
None.
Usually. Now, it says that's why it's so important to keep up with your tests at your doctor's office. Recommended to see your doctor if you have any of these following symptoms. A change in bowel movement. Number one, change in bowel movement, including constipation or diarrhea that doesn't seem to go away. Either you got constipation one day, diarrhea the next. Constipation, diarrhea. It's going to fluctuate back and forth.
Correct.
The next one is feeling like you can't empty your bowels. That's another sign of colon cancer. Could be like you can't empty your bowels. You can't get it all completely out, or urgently need to have a bowel movement. You feel like you got to go all the time and nothing, it's not all coming out. If you have any bleeding or cramping in your rectum, if you wipe and you see any blood at all, pay attention to that. If you have any dark patches of blood in your colon or in your stool, that's another sign. And if your stool is long and thin,
like pencil,
pay attention to your stool. When you go to the bathroom, just look back and see what it looked like. It can tell you so much about your body. It truly can. So the other one is any discomfort or bloating in your belly. We're going to talk about Chris Wark, and that's how he was diagnosed with his, was cramping and bloating in his stomach. Unexplained fatigue. Are you just tired for no reason? Have you lost your appetite, or have you losing weight? Uncontrollable weight loss, and you don't know where it's coming from. The next one is pelvic pain. Do you have any pain in your pelvic, which can happen in the late stages of the disease? So if you have any of these symptoms, you definitely want to go and see your doctor. Your doctor will most likely do a rectal exam in the office, or you may also get a colonoscopy exam. That involves a long flexible tube that they put in your rectum for the doctor to see if you have any polyps. That's what they're looking for, polyps. Polyps are these little abnormal little cysts that grow in your rectum. They can snip them off, because that is early signs of colon cancer.
Yes,
they can snip the polyps and you'll be fine. But you have to know if they're there.
And let me speak on that, because
Sure.
when we talk about colonoscopies, if you have not had one, I'm going to press upon you to get one done, because early detection is everything.
It really is.
And while they're there checking the colon, and it's painless, it's harmless. I mean, you're in and out, but more importantly, they get to find out what's going on internally. So when they go in to the colon and the polyps are there, they remove them right away while they're there. Again, it's not painful. The thing is that if they do find a polyp, you have to go back every 5 years to get checked again. If they don't find any, you have to go every 10 years, which is a good thing. So keep that in mind when you go get tested. So get it done. Early detection is everything. Don't be afraid. Take a friend with you. Just go get it done. It's better to know than to not know.
We have to get these tests done, family. As we age,
Indeed.
we have to get these tests done. It says that smoking has been shown to boost your risk by 18%. So if you smoke, stop it. Put the cigarettes down. It also says eating red meat or processed meat is another, which every daily 25-gram servings of processed meat, it boosts your risk by 19%. Think about that. The next one is obese people are about 30% more likely when bad bacteria outweighs the good, and it can create an environment for cancer to thrive. So if you're overweight and you're thinking, oh, I'm good, get yourself checked out, okay? This is a no judgment zone, but get yourself checked out. So in the United States, they say 20% of people who find out that they have colon cancer learn that it has spread to different parts of the body. It can spread locally through the lymph nodes, the bloodstream. It can most often spread to the liver, the lungs, the lining of the abdomen, and it can also reach your bones and other organs. That's called metastasized or stage 4 colon cancer. You don't want anything to spread anywhere.
No, you
Early
don't.
detection is key. So a colonoscopy, what Reggie was just talking about, a colonoscopy used to diagnose colon cancer. You'll have this test in the hospital or an outpatient center or clinic or even in the doctor's office. It is with a tiny camera attached to a thin flexible tube. Your doctor will look for cancer inside your rectum and inside your large intestines. You'll have to prep the day before. They give you this liquid to drink. It is absolutely foul, but they give it to you so they can clean you.
Well, let me speak on that, because I was the last one to have one. I just had mine.
Yeah, you did.
What, about
you did.
over 2 years ago, maybe about 2 or 3 years ago. The solution that they used to give is not the same anymore. What they give you now, they used to come in this big gallon container, gallon jug with the solution in it. It's not that way anymore. Now it comes these little containers now, and it tastes a lot better. It's not a bad taste anymore. It's a citrus lemony taste. So you can stand the taste. It's not bad at all.
Right,
so they have done
was
that.
lemony too.
Yeah, it wasn't
Mine
bad. It wasn't bad at all.
I do remember that.
It tastes like lemon
It's
water.
just a lot to drink.
Yeah, you got to drink a lot.
And you got to stay near the bowl. You got to stay home when you're prepping.
Yeah, you definitely got to stay home for that.
You can't go nowhere.
You will be cleaned out.
You will whistle when you walk for sure.
Blow horn.
But that's the prepping for the test.
Yes.
So they can get a good, clear picture of what they're looking for. And that's what that's for. So before the colonoscopy, you'll get the medicine to make you sleep as well.
Correct.
They're going to give you an injection and have you count down, and before you get to 5, you out already. And then you look up and you're waking up. It doesn't last that long.
Nope,
the test takes all about 30 minutes and you're up and you're out of there. You can drive yourself home. It's nothing like that. You're not in any pain or anything like that. So that's the test. Just get the test.
Let me say this, the scary part, which is not really scary, when you go into the room where they're going to do the procedure, you see hanging on the wall these long black tubes.
Oh yeah.
These are the different cameras. You see different lips of them. And I know you're going to be going through, that's about to be entered inside of me.
That's what we see.
Yeah, that's what we see. But it's all painless. It's a good test to have.
Exactly.
To get taken.
But now there are tests there's commercials on TV about tests. You can take your stool sample and send it in. It's called Color Guard. It's a little box that dance around on the commercials on TV. You can take a stool sample, put it in a box and send it off, and they'll send your results back to you. To let you know if there's any blood or anything in your stool, or if you have to have further tests. So now they have other things to look for. The Cologuard can also look for if you have diverticulitis, that's holes in your colon, if you have colitis, or if you have colon polyps. So that's the test that the little Cologuard thing does. So you have to send your stool off. So the other thing I wanted to talk about is this gentleman here, Chris Wark. I got this book, I think when I first found out a while back. It's called Chris Beat Cancer. He was 26 years old when he was diagnosed with colon cancer. 26 years old.
That young.
2003, 2 days before Christmas. And he had stage 3C cancer. Now he says, he went and he said, don't jump to conclusions. He said, think things out. I'm going to read from some of the paraphrasing from some of the book. He said, your body, he said he thought about it. He prayed to God and did all of that. He said, your body created this. So your body should be able to heal it. And if you really think about it, it can. If you give your body the proper nutrition and the proper waste removal, your bodies can heal itself. So it says that the 70 to 90% of your illnesses are through your diet, your lifestyle, and your stress level. We talked about this morning with stress. Stress will take you out of here faster than a bullet.
Yes, it will.
You got to find ways to get your stress
Under
under control,
control.
because it
Yes,
will
indeed.
take you down, seriously. Then you got to watch your diet and then just your environment around you. We talked about that a couple of weeks ago, checking your environment. What are you using on your body? The chemicals and pesticides and herbicides that you're eating, the chemicals around your house, just your environment around you can be making you sick. So he also says it could be epigenetics. Your genes don't determine your outcome. We talked about that all the time. People say, if my mom had diabetes, I'm gonna have diabetes.
Not true.
That's only because you're eating the same things that your parents ate. So if you keep doing what you're doing, you're gonna keep getting what you're getting. So if your parents did that, you're gonna develop the exact same thing because you're eating the exact same thing.
Your chances are possible that can't happen.
Absolutely, absolutely. So he did in the book, he talked about Japan, and we just watched the Blue Zones again on Sunday. Japan is, Okinawa, Japan is one of the blue zones. That doctors are starting to study these blue zones because these people are living way past 100 into centurions.
Yeah.
And they're still vibrant and getting around and don't have glasses.
And have their good mind.
Exactly.
No
so he
illness.
said none at all, right? So Japan, he said, had the lowest rates of cancer, 6 times lower. And when they migrated and moved up north and started eating a Western American diet, their cancer rate has soared. So what changed? They're moving, the environment, and the food. So you got to pay attention to all of that. He says you are what you ate. And he always say you are what you absorb. You're the side effect of what you eat.
That's exactly right. You are the side effect. So if you don't like what you see when you look in that mirror, change it.
You ate it.
You did it. That's your side effect.
Exactly.
Fix it.
Exactly. So he also said we need to eat more raw materials from the earth. I said this morning, the further we get away from what God put here for us to eat, the sicker we have become. We got to get back to eating the old foods like grandma used to cook.
Yeah, buddy.
I mean, you know, we can make it seasonal, but we don't have to put all that butter in there. But we got to start cooking for yourself. Stop eating this fast food stuff because that's what's taking people down. So he says, question number 1, I couldn't find this question this morning, but I got it. He said, why do you think you have cancer? Where do you think it came from? Because it doesn't have to run in your family. I mean, it can just skip generations and generations, and then somewhere down the line, somebody will pop up with cancer. So where do you think your cancer comes from? That's one of the questions that he asked his patients, not his patients, his comrades. So he said, you always want to listen to your instinct and listen to your intuition. That's you. You know your body better than anybody else. So I always say, listen to your body. He says the cancer industry wants to make you a victim, fully determined on the doctors. We're not knocking our doctors. We need our doctors. Lord, we need the doctors. But you got to take your health into your own hands. You have to, especially in 2023.
Correct.
You do. He says, the second question, do you really want to live? That's what he asks people with cancer. Do you really want to live?
And that's the first part when it comes to mindset.
It is a mindset thing.
When you hear the word cancer, you automatically think of the worst. It's not the worst. In some cases, you can, you know, it's all about what you say and what you do, but the research you do for yourself, like you said, educate yourself.
You have to
be an advocate to that. You got to do whatever was diagnosed, get a second, third opinion if you have to make sure, and then do what you have to do to make it better.
Absolutely.
Clean it up.
But that's what he was asking some of the people that he'd helped themselves cure themselves from cancer. And he said, there's no judgment about it. He said, if that's how you feel, that's how you feel. He said, one lady, she didn't want to have any chemo. She didn't want to have anything. She just wanted to live out her life the way she wanted to. An older lady. She went camping with her grandson, went around the world. She did what she wanted to do, but that's what she wanted to do. See, people hear cancer and they start to fear.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about that in a few minutes. So he said, no judgment. He said, if you don't want any treatment, you don't have to have any treatment. But If you want to live, I can help you. Do you really want to live? And I just asked this question a couple of days ago. People say, I will die for my kids.
No, that's the
I
wrong
will totally
terminology.
die for my kids. I'll do anything for my kids. But would you
Live
live for your
kids.
children?
That's it.
That's the question you
Yeah.
need to ask yourself. Will I live for my children? Am I going to be here for my grandchildren? That's the question you need to ask yourself. So he said, a strong will to live. You want to follow Chris Ward because he was determined to live through his cancer intake. He said, do whatever it takes to live. He said he took massive action against his own health. He said his friends turned their back on him. He said everybody turned their back on him but his mom. He said his mom had all these nutritional books and all this stuff, but his friends was telling him, Chris, you crazy. If you don't have chemo, you're going to die.
Get the
you know,
chemo, get the radiation, get all it. Yeah, they get mad at him.
He said there's no magic bullet for this. Every cell regenerates itself in a year.
And here's the thing.
Building a whole new body. I pulled that up in here.
If he would have listened to his friends, he may not be here to this day. If he succumbed to that. Or maybe I better go ahead and do this and stay, all my friends somehow should. Good thing he didn't listen.
But Chris Wark has a whole, he has these things called Square One. They're modules. He has 10 modules that after he wrote the book, he cured himself from cancer. He doesn't say cure or we're cancer free. He said you're in remission. He said everybody has cancer cells. It's what you feed yours. Either you can feed them the good stuff or you can feed them the bad things where they're going to monestatize or what you call them, replicate themselves. So it's up to you of what you want to do. So how do you rebuild your body in less than 365 days? We did a whole report on this too.
We sure did.
So the DNA, your DNA, we talked about epigenetics. Your DNA renews itself every 2 months. That's your DNA. Your skin, we talked about our skin, how we put all these toxins on our bodies daily, the lotions, your potions, your makeup, and all this stuff, all these chemicals you're putting in your system. Your skin rebuilds itself in 1 month. You know, if you get a scratch or a burn, you healing within that month. Your blood renews itself every 4 months. Every 4 months, you just get new blood.
New blood cells.
What you feeding your new blood? What are you feeding your new blood? The next one is your brain, family. Your brain rebuilds itself in 1 year. That's if you're not on drugs. I have to throw that in there because drugs slows down everything. So if you've been on drugs, you're going to need a longer time, more than a year, to get your brains together. So your brain rebuilds itself in 1 year. Your liver, your largest organ in your body, it rebuilds itself every 6 months. That's your liver. So every year you get a whole new body. What you doing with it? Your stomach, your lining of your stomach rebuilds itself in every 5 days. Think about that, family. Every 5 days, you get a new lining of your stomach. Your stomach is your second brain. If you take care of your stomach will take care of you. If the bad things that you're putting in your stomach that just does not agree with you, it's going to let you know.
Oh, yeah.
And then the last one are your bones. Your bones rebuild themselves every 3 months. You get new bones. Those centurions that's over in Okinawa, Japan, and Kanoya, Greece, and Sardinia, Italy. They didn't have no arthritis. They jumping around, squatting.
They don't even have senior homes.
No, they didn't.
They don't. They have no rates of dementia, no rates of cancer. None of this exists there.
None.
Because of what they're doing.
Their lifestyles are totally different. They're laid back. They have a community that they talk to and they get around every single day.
Correct.
They get out, they exercise daily. They get out, they get in that vitamin D. They get into that sun every day. They eat very well. They make their own food, their own bread. They do everything themselves like it was way back in the
and
day.
Let me say
They're
this
still
too.
doing that.
Now, these stats she just shared with you about rebuilding your body, this is based on a healthy body. So if your body's not healthy, it's going to take longer to repair itself.
You got work
so
to do.
Remember, what you're doing to yourself affects all of that. It's all up to you. If you want to live better, feel better, you got to do the right thing for this temple. God
You
gave it
sure
to you to
do.
put the right good things in it to get good results out of it. Put bad in, trust and believe you're going to get bad out. So take care of yourself like this body was designed to be in good condition.
Absolutely, absolutely. And he also says that fear, the cancer industry, they just scare the hell out of you. They truly scare the heck out of you. I don't know if it's designed that way, but that's what they do. They fear that, and they instill that fear into people that it's got to be a quick fix. You know, they'll push you into surgery, push you into radiation and chemotherapy. They push you into just sickness. And a lot of people, they don't want to go through that suffering or those brutal treatments of the chemotherapy. So a lot of people just don't want to go through that. It's a lot that you're taking your body through. Some people, if they get so frightened, you know, because the doctor said it's an aggressive cancer, we got to move now. He said you don't have to do that. Now, this is a young man that studied cancer. You understand me? He studied it. He said, do not be afraid. Take your time. He said, if your cancer is most cancers are slow growing cancers, slow growing tumors. They've been growing all this time in your body. So he said 30 to 90 days, you have time to do your research. So if they're telling you got cancer and you need surgery by Friday, what they did to Tony, you got to have surgery by Friday, get her breast removed. And she jumped to it. And she's a whole little story on the side.
You just reminded me of something.
No,
I think it was in Sardinia, Italy. There was one gentleman. It was Sardinia. I think it was. There was one gentleman in the blue zone. He was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer. He was living here. And they gave him 6 months to live. 6 months. He was in his 40s, I think it was when he got diagnosed. And what happened, he decided not to go through that process. He moved from here, the States, went home to where I believe he was in Italy, and adapted to their diet program, adapted to their lifestyle. This man is in his 80s now.
He went home to die.
He thought he'd home with his family.
So he thought his cancer was going to progress, and he wanted to be home in his town where he grew up, around his family members and his friends where he grew up. But when he got home, he started to eat in the lifestyle, eating the things that he did before, and he got better.
He got way better.
He got totally
cancer gone.
Said everything went away.
Everything. I mean, come on.
And he's still here.
To this day, he's still here. In his 80s, late 80s and 90s, something like 90. He was up there. Yeah.
But I'm glad you brought that up. But he's right. Still here. It's adapting that
in
lifestyle,
his right mind and body.
Absolutely. So he said, don't be afraid. You got 30 to 90 days to do your own research. He said, this is a $1 trillion business. He said, if you get diagnosed with cancer, the first thing you want to do is take a deep breath.
Okay.
Get yourself together mentally and physically on what's next. What's the next thing to do? And he said, you have options. You have options. You got 30 to 90 days to do your research. Don't make a fear-based decision. Take your time and do your research. He stressed that a lot. Take your time and do your research. Don't let them rush you into anything. Also, he said another question is, the cancer fast growing or slow growing? He said most cancers are slow growing. They've been there all along. It's just your lifestyle, your diet, your lifestyle, and your stress level will accelerate that. So it's up to you. I mean, everything can be changed around. Everything can be undone. I got a book right here. Undo It by Dean Ornish and his wife. Everything can be reversed, family, if you give your body the proper nutrition and the proper waste removal. He also says, surround yourself with good people. Good people, and that's what they did in the blue zone.
That's what
everybody got along
with everybody.
Stress,
none
quiet, at all.
Peace.
They took care of their elderly. They didn't put their elderly in no homes. Their elderlies are still in the house, and they're having good conversations with the younger generation. The younger generation took care of the elderly, and that's the way it's supposed to be anyway. But he says, surround yourself with good people. He says, sit down and pray, ask God for help. God is the ultimate healer. He got the last, he got the last hoorah of how you leaving up out of here. So it's up to you. So there's no coincidences that you got it. You ask yourself, why did I get it? Where did it come from? What did I do? What can I do different? And how can I clean this up? So he said the quality of life is much more important than the quantity of life. And I think I just read that in one of the books. He was saying, if you go to these oncologists, they have no nutritional research. They don't know anything about feeding your body good things and getting good things out of that. That's why your research will come into play. He also states that social isolation can take you out of here. Social isolation of breast cancer patient. You have a 40% higher risk of reoccurrence if you are lonely and isolated. You have no community around you to keep your spirits up. He also says 60% higher rate of dying from breast cancer. You got to get around a good core group. You got to find your tribe that's going to cheer for you no matter what. Then he said 70% have a higher risk of dying from any cause if you are isolated. That's why I was saying this COVID thing. When we went into COVID a couple of years ago, it wasn't the COVID that was killing people. It's the isolation that's killing people. People just didn't know what to do with themselves. I'm stuck in the house. Oh my God, what am I supposed to do? Domestic violence went up. Divorce went up. Suicides went up. People just don't know what to do with themselves. When
they're isolated like that.
Who are you? What do you like to do? Find your niche and get about doing that. But he says you have to enjoy your life. So here's some people that follow Chris. Chris beat cancer. He had a young man, Rob Mulberry. He was diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer in 2012. He was given 8% chance of survival. He is still here 11 years later, and he is fine from following Chris. Chris went into his whole modules of eating right, exercising, surrounding yourself with good people, and doing what you need to do. He developed this and put it out there. You can find him, chrisbeatcancer.com. Go to his Facebook page and scroll down for all those modules. He has a book. He has 2 more books that's out, and he's teaching people how to take their health into their own hands. He talks about cut out animal meat, do a lot of juicing, take your supplements. You're going to need your supplements, develop a plant-based diet.
That's most important.
And a lot of detoxing. So whatever is in there, you got to get it out, period. So here's another lady. Her name was Susan Nelson. She had a soccer ball sized tumor, and it was endometrial cancer in 2024. She was first diagnosed as having fibroids, bleeding in her stomach. That's what they thought it was, but it was endometrial cancer. They gave her a whole hysterectomy and the whole 9 yards. And she opted out from having any chemotherapy. She said she would wake up every night at 3 o'clock in the morning and grab her Bible. She said her God told her not to do that. There's other options. And that's when she found Chris. She started eating right, exercising, and she is in remission as well. There's another one. This is a doctor, Dr. Ruby Lathan. She fired her doctor. She found herself a holistic nutritionist, and she healed herself from thyroid cancer by going plant-based diet. Plant-based diet is just eating your greens, your beans, your onions, your mushrooms, your berries, and your seeds, your fruits and your vegetables. That's it. All the good things that God put here for us to have.
Stuff, fruit, veggies, things that have seeds. Absolutely. That have seed in it.
She said her doctor sent her a certified letter stating that you were making the wrong decision by not having chemotherapy and radiation.
Because he was looking for money.
The doctor sent her a certified letter saying it's not on me if you die. You took that into your own hands, and it's out of my hands. So she fired her doctor, found her a holistic doctor,
and look at that.
And she's still here. She went on to be a doctor. So it's up to you, family. It is truly, truly up to you. And Chris talks about everything in this book. He said he's not lucky at all. He's just a regular guy, and he listened to his instincts. He stepped out on faith. I'm reading from the back of the book. He stepped out on faith and took massive action to help his body heal. I eliminated everything in my life that made me sick, that contributed to the disease, and changed my internal terrain of my body, making it a place where cancer could not thrive.
Exactly.
And that's exactly what he did.
His body became extremely alkaline.
Exactly. That's exactly what happened.
That's what happened.
And he just wanted to share that with everybody.
Mhm.
Now they're stating that 150,000 cases of colon cancer was diagnosed this year.
This year. And 52,000 will die.
52,000 will die
by the end
by
of the
December.
year. Think about it.
By December of colon cancer.
Mhm.
It's 1 in 20 men and 1 in 24 women.
Wow.
It's out here, family. It's out here. The age is getting younger from 20 to 49. Talk to your children, talk to your teenage children, talk to your millennials, talk to these Gen Xers to get themselves checked out, or just talk to them about eating so much junk food. We got to get away from this junk food.
All that junk food, all that sugar, all that salt, all that processed food, all that fast food. You got to get all this stuff out of your diet and give your body what it deserves to have, which is good food. I mean, come on now, folks. If you want to be around, do what you need to do to take care of yourself.
And it's all up to you. It's a struggle. It's not as easy as everybody think it is. If I got to give up that, I got to give up this, I got to get, what am I supposed to eat? There's plenty of things. There's a lot of things to eat. If you don't know what to eat, get you some cookbooks. There's thousands of cookbooks out there. Vegan cookbooks, paleo cookbooks. You got all natural cookbooks. Yeah. I mean, there's so much out here.
So people don't know. Hungry. A lot of people just don't know. They're so used to that one way, not knowing that there's other ways, there's other options, but you won't know until you do your research and do them and try them for yourself. You'd be amazed at what you can find. Absolutely.
I'm reading another book. It's called Young Forever, The Secrets to Living Long. This is by Mark Hyman, and he went and studied the blue zones. He's serious about that. All of these doctors are very serious about living longer because they're getting up in age. Dr. Mark Hyman, he got to be in his late 60s going into his 70s. How are these people living to 100 and they still chasing animals around on the farm or jumping up on horses?
Horseback riding.
I'm telling you, mowing their lawns, riding bicycles.
Folding their legs up like this and up on their hands. I mean,
doing yoga. At 100,
strong.
I'm telling you.
They keep their core strong on all the stuff that they do.
I just got to read this real quick. This is coming from You Can Undo It. This is by Dean Ornish and Ann Ornish. This is another book. I read a lot, y'all. That's where I get all this stuff from. This is Undo It. Anything can be reversed. How simple lifestyle changes can reverse most chronic diseases. This one talks about we got to eat well, move more, stress less, and love more. I'm going to read the love portion. He said, love and intimacy help keeps us healthy, but people who are lonely and depressed are 3 to 10 times more likely to get sick and die prematurely. That's if you're lonely and depressed. If you got to go get a dog or a cat or I ain't saying go get somebody else's husband, but go get find somebody to love. I'm serious. I love you. But I love you too. But it's just they said you gotta love. You gotta put that out there. You gotta, and they do a lot of loving in the blue zone.
Yes, they do.
They have what the two little couples that found each other in their 80s.
Right.
His wife died, her husband died, and they met each other at the market or someplace, and they hooked up. And both of them in their 90s, and they taking care of each other. It's the cutest little thing. It really is. But we just have to do better, family. So the toxins that can cause your DNA damage, there's so many things out here, and we talk about this all the time as well. There's pesticides and herbicides. That's what they're spraying our food with. Over 10,000 chemicals that our foods are sprayed with. I did a little thing about the stickers that's found on your fruits and vegetables, the PLU number. I think I got it here. Code. Price lookup code, right. It's there. Right here. They said if anything starts with a 4-digit number that starts with either 3 or 4 is conventionally grown. Anything that starts with a 5-digit number, and no, it's a 5-digit number, but it starts with the 8. That's generally modified.
I mean, it's fake food.
Exactly. So now they're saying don't look for GMOs. They're doing bioengineered. That's what they're putting on it now. Bioengineered.
Generally modified, engineered food.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. They just changed the name of it. All right. What you want to look for on that code, you want to look for a number, 5-digit number that starts with a 9.
Correct. Organic.
9 means it's organic. It has some pesticides, but it's less pesticides on it. But you definitely want to look for those number 9s on those little PLU numbers. This is something I printed out a long time ago. Little PLU, the little sticker that's found on your fruits and vegetables. That's the PLU number. They call it a price lookup number. So the people at the counter can scan it. That's what that is for. So you gotta, when you get your fruits and vegetables, wash them thoroughly. I mean, do your apple cider vinegar washes. Now they got fruit and vegetable washes. Soak things thoroughly. Try not to buy what is it, vegetables that was in a bag. It was a lot of things that were recalled. Stuff out the bag. Yeah, you want to buy things that's fresh.
I know there's some out there you can get in the bag. Like I know there's collards they have in the bag.
And you have to just
make sure you check it. Everything pre-washed. Check your dates on everything, which is very important. And here's another thing too: support your farmers markets.
That's good.
Because then a lot of stuff is grown in the areas, and in farms, and stuff is good. It's got seed. It's good for the body. So support your farmers market.
So the other thing to look out for is toxic metals. We did a whole report on that. The lotions and potions and things that you put on your body, the colognes that you put on. I mean, these things seep into your skin, your laundry detergent,
you don't know what
you're washing your clothes in, what you're washing your clothes in. Your cleaners, if you put your clothes in the cleaners, what are the chemicals that they're using to clean your clothes with? It's just so much out there. Your deodorant, the toothpaste, the shampoos. Now they just had a thing on the news about the perms. They're getting ready to pass a code to stop selling so many perms on the market because it was causing ovarian cancer from just your perms, from perming your hair. So it's so many things on the market that has so many toxins in it. And this is all this platform is about, family, just to keep you aware of where all these things are coming from. Just keep your eyes open. If I find something, I'm going to bring it to you. Yep. The next one is tobacco, smoking. Smoking makes everything worse. It just does.
If you're a smoker, you got to find a way to stop.
Get the patch, get the gum, do what you need to do. But we got to
I know it's difficult. I know it's hard because it's a habit that you have.
And sometimes people smoke because they're stressed out. Give me a cigarette. You smoking like a chimney.
Exactly.
Smoking like a chimney. One cigarette after another. Find something else to do. Go for a walk. Something like that. The next one is alcohol. Alcohol is another toxin that can change your DNA cells. And we know that's why we're doing this on colon cancer, because we know our millennials and our Gen Xers, they turning up every weekend. Do you know how much sugar is in alcohol?
There's a lot of sugar in alcohol. They're putting Red Bull in it and this and that.
Yeah, they're mixing it. Yeah, they are. They're mixing it with the Red Bull just to give them a different kind of high. And now they
then you say, what are you turning up for? What do you celebrate?
Yeah. That's what our grandson said. They want to turn up every weekend. What you celebrating? You ain't did nothing. But that's just this generation. And now they got the CBD and all this other stuff out here. You don't know what's all in this stuff. Then the other thing that's out here that's scaring the bejesus out of everybody is fentanyl. You don't know where this stuff is. And now Halloween is here. They want to give out candy to people. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. Don't take them kids out trick-or-treating. Don't do it. I'm telling you, don't do it. It's not like it used to be. It's just not.
It's not.
Get them, go get them a cupcake or something. Have a party in the house, but don't take them in the streets. It's just not like
because that candy, you don't know what's going to be in that candy. You have no, because it looks like candy.
The children
it looks like candy.
Exactly.
Colorful, bright color. So you got to be careful.
They had a thing with the Skittles. There was something with the Skittles.
What was that? Oh, the color in it. It was the color. No, not that. It was one of the colorings. Wasn't it?
It was something that was
one of the ingredients
damaging the kids, but it looked like it was candy. I think it was the fentanyl.
Oh, you mean that mimicked that? It was the fentanyl. They made it look like
gummies. That's what it was.
No. You don't remember the candy Razzles?
Oh yeah,
that's Razzles. What it looks like.
Okay.
It looks like
I do
razzles.
remember that.
Yeah,
Okay,
it
I
looks
do
just
remember.
like that.
Just be careful. Halloween is coming, y'all. Be careful with the babies and what they eating.
Mhm.
Or you too. Y'all might want to do something at the dangerous holiday.
Exactly,
Yes, it
Miss
is.
Jackson. You
You
got
don't
that
know
right.
what's going on at the office.
That's
Everybody
not like
want
it
to
used to
dress
be.
up. It's the devil's day, y'all. And
Mhm.
Halloween is jumping right on up there with Christmas. It's becoming bigger than Christmas. Everybody just looking to dress up for Halloween. I don't go out. I lock my door, put my pajamas on. You better not ring my bell. I'm serious. We don't do Halloween. We just don't.
Nope, we don't.
But it's very, very scary. It's a
Excuse me.
scary, scary holiday. So just look after
Mhm.
your children. The next thing that can change your DNA cell damage is your poor digestion and elimination. How often are you going to the bathroom?
Yep.
We should be going at least 2 to 3 times a
A
day.
day.
Are you going to
Yep.
the bathroom? That's half of the colon cancer.
Indeed.
That's how he was diagnosed. He said he was having abdominal pain. He said it would come and go. It was easy. It was light. It was just come and go. And he didn't have it every day. But then when he ate something, it came back with a vengeance and it was just really bad. Then he said his stool came out really, really black.
Which
he
is a
said
bad
that's
thing.
what alarmed him.
Right.
You know, something is not right. And then he said that just
Dark stool means blood in your stool.
He ate something that was unbearable,
Mhm.
threw his stomach out of whack. He went to the doctors and that's how he found out he had colon cancer. But those are just some of the symptoms
Right.
of colon cancer. A poor digestion, and how often are you going to the bathroom? Whatever you eat, you should get the nourishment from it and it
then
should
let it
pass
go.
through your body.
Mhm.
And to find out your transit time, I read this reading one of my books. Eat beets.
Explain what transit time is. They don't know.
Transit time is how long it takes something to get here to come out down there.
Correct.
That's your transit
You
time.
can measure that.
You can measure your transit time. You can eat beets, and they chose beets because they're dark in red color. So you can eat beets at 10 o'clock in the morning. How long is it going to take those beets to come out of you? When are you going to go to the bathroom and see your stool that color of beets?
Mhm.
That's your transit time. Mine is 6 hours. I know mine. If I eat something 6 hours, it's out of here. What is your transit time? That's how you got to find out what's your transit time. Or whatever you eat, how long is it taking to go through you and out of you?
Mhm.
Are you just eliminating breakfast you had yesterday, that sausage and egg sandwich you had yesterday and just came out an hour ago?
Maybe
You're a little backed up.
could be July 4th food, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. That's why
I don't
detoxing
know.
is so
Exactly.
important
You
too.
got to get that stuff out. Boy.
And that was the other one. It was just that it's just crazy. All cancer cells have 2 things in common. They grow uncontrollably and they have an ability to metastasise that can spread through your lymphatic system, your bloodstream, the avenues such as your cerebral fluids,
your brain.
the watery cushion that protects your brain
That's
and your
right.
spinal cord. That's why it's so important to get these tests done, because cancer can spread like wildfires. Early detection is key.
Everything.
They can stop it. They can freeze it. They got all these things with freezing it and the whole 9 yards, but do your own research, know your options, and you do have options. You truly, truly do have options. So they were stating that, I'm just going to throw this out here. Last year, breast cancer, no, that's not last year. That was, what year was that? It don't have a year on it. Okay, I'm not even going to go there. Breast cancer killed 41,000. Prostate cancer killed 28,000. I don't have a year on it, but blood cancers killed 56,000. Blood cancers can be leukemia, lymphoma, and carcinomas. Then you have colorectal cancer, pancreatic cancer, and esophageal cancer. And colon cancer is in there too. They killed 106,000. So they said stress is a carcinogen, just like radiation and pesticides. Reduced stress has an what is that? Ability effect on tumor growth. So that's why you got to get rid of that stress. You anesthetizing. So don't stress. Find ways not to stress, family. Get out and exercise. Do what you need to do.
And if you are having any type of conditions, one thing you definitely want to stay away from is sugar.
Yeah.
Anything massively sweet, it feeds it. Cancer thrives on sweet sugar. Get rid of it.
And go get colon tested.
Please do.
The age used to be 50, they dropped it to 45.
Yeah.
Start getting your screenings early. This is preventable, it's beatable, treatable disease that does not get much attention until somebody famous tragically dies.
And think about it.
We don't want that.
Chadwick Boseman, he was what, 38 when he was diagnosed? So
Yeah, he died at 43.
if you're in your 30s, go get yourself checked.
And look at all that he
Why
did, why he was suffering
Yeah.
like that. Nobody knew. But if you're suffering from any type of cancer, get the book, Chris Beat Cancer.
Mhm.
He can walk you through it. He did a raw diet. He did his berries. He did all his berries, blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, strawberries. He did his spinach, kale, cabbage, green, yellow, and pepper. He did this salad that he would make every single day. He said he juiced so many carrots that his skin was turning orange. But he did what he had to do. He took massive action to help himself
But it worked.
go in remission from cancer.
And it
That's
worked.
right. And this was in 2003 that he was diagnosed. He ate a lot of garlic. He ate a lot of turmeric, cumin, carrots, beets, all natural things. He gave up meat, no dairy, fresh coconuts. And he said to use nutrition to fight the cancer. And that's exactly what he did. All drugs are toxic to your liver. He talks about that in the book, but get the book. Get the book. If you know anybody going through cancer, gift them the book. Let them read it for themselves. Is anything guaranteed? We don't know. But if you are willing to live and you in for the fight of your life,
why
fight.
not?
Take
Fight.
massive action.
All you want to
and
fight. That's the bottom line.
Exactly.
Fight.
That
Fight,
is
fight,
it.
fight.
Fight like your life depends on it,
Because it
because it
does.
does.
And then fight some more.
And then fight some more. So we here in our company, we are in a health and wellness company. We have some natural products. And just like Chris talked about, he took his supplements.
Yes, he
You're going to
did.
need some supplements, family. If you're
And
going
he took
through
a lot of
anything, he took a
supplements.
lot of supplements. He did. He really did.
Mhm.
But we have some supplements here. And we're going to talk about 4 that I just love. We call them the Fantastic 4.
Before we go into these, let me get a disclaimer out.
Sure, please.
These products have not been evaluated by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration and are not designed to mitigate, treat, cure, or prevent any diseases. But all we do know is that we have some really fantastic products. And I want to state this too. She talked about in the report about cleansing. The most
Very
important
important.
thing is cleansing your body.
Absolutely.
We have an ultra body cleanse
Oh,
that
I
is
didn't even bring that
designed
in
to
here.
cleanse your system. It's a full body detox. I'm going to
Absolutely.
recommend to you, even if you don't have this issue, you still want to take care
You
of yourself
still
and
wanna
cleanse your
detox.
body at least 4
Absolutely.
times a year. We recommend you do that. You can contact us or the one who invited you to this platform and get you that ultra body cleanse for yourself and use it. Trust me, it will benefit you, because once you cleanse that body, get it clean, you can start putting what we're going to speak about right now in afterwards. Good things out, good things back in.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely. So we're going to start with our signature product. That is our Red Levine.
Yes.
High in antioxidants. That's what he talked about too. Get those
Antioxidant.
berries.
Mhm.
They're high in antioxidants. And the berries in here
And this
are
product is noni, acai berry, mangosteen, goji, and pomegranate. 5 super berries that come from all over the world in this product.
All
That's
berries.
extremely high in antioxidants. An
All
awesome
berries.
product. All berries.
all berries. The children can take this
Yes,
as well.
yes. It's for children as well.
Our next one is going to be our Multi Plus. This is it's going to turn into the yellow Levine, but
Correct.
this is a vitamin. We all need a vitamin. If you're going through anything, especially with the weather changing now, you're still going to need a vitamin. And the vitamin is just for your whole entire body. And put good things in and good things out.
Correct.
All natural, family, all natural. You can drink it hot and the children can take that too.
And you can put it on your skin.
Yes,
These
you
products you
can.
can put topically too.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
The next one we have is going to
Green
be our
Levine.
Green Levine. This is our BioFlow. This is going to get things to flow through your body the way they're supposed to.
And the green to do what, babe?
The green will keep you clean. Anything that goes in needs to come out. This will
your product
assist
right
you.
here? It sure will.
Assist you. It's not a laxative. It's not going to flush you. You're going to run to the bathroom. It's just going to regulate your digestive system and move things along the way it needs to be moved along. It has milk thistle, it has senna, it has senna leaf, and it has alfalfa, artichoke. I mean, really good things that your body is
Correct,
asking for on a
correct.
regular. So get the good things in. Those are the 3 essentials that we
Let me
just
just say
talked
something about that
about.
green Levine.
Go ahead.
Now, take it as recommended. We want you to take it we recommend taking it at, where I'm going with it. Recommend you take it at night. You only take 1 to 2 ounces. That's all that green Levine. Let it cleanse your system and good movement in the morning. But when we first got involved, one of our partners had no idea. We didn't know. It was a new product being launched.
We really didn't.
We didn't. We were learning about our product, but we didn't know. And he took that product because he found out it had the milk thistle in it and the artichoke, and he drank the entire bottle in 1 scoop.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what happened to him.
Mm-hmm.
He could not stop going to the bathroom.
He was whistling when he walked.
So we know he was the test. It works.
The products do work, family.
Yes,
that's
indeed.
just the 3 essentials that I just spoke about. So now I want to throw in the 4th one. We call this those 4 the Fantastic 4. This is our shield. This is one of my favorites now with the weather changing. This is our flu shot in a bottle for
Correct.
real. This you can just mix it with a little bit of water. You can mix all of them together. You can do that too.
Yes, you can.
You can also mix it and drink it hot like a tea. That also will work. But it has your zinc. Zinc slows down the durations of colds. So if you got that little that little trickle, because when you get in the car, you got the windows cracked a little bit, and then you get hot, you roll the windows down, then you get cold, you roll the windows back up, down and up, down and up. Then when you get in the house, you got a sore throat. Why my sore throat hurt? That's me, y'all. I do it all the time. Why my throat hurt? I'm playing around with that window. But I come in and take a little bit of shield, I gargle with a little bit, and I am fine. But anything that's in there, it will just knock it right on out. I'm telling you, and this is a powder. So powder comes with a little scoop, and you can mix it in with your liquid.
And it's a whole month supply there for you.
It really is. And then the next one is our pure noni. Pure noni is it's been around for years,
2,000 plus
way
years.
over 2,000 years. And they use noni as
For
therapeutic uses. They use noni for everything. Back in the day, I didn't even know that. I mean, they used it for everything, but we used it for everything. But pain, this is great for pain, any kind of pain. Topically, you got pain on the outside, pain on the inside. You can put it directly on your skin.
It's like an ibuprofen.
It's like an ibuprofen. But I'm gonna tell you, I had shingles a couple of years back. I lived in this bottle right here. I had a straw stuck in there. I was sucking it out of the bottle. Then I would put it on a cotton ball and put it directly on top of those shingles. You know anything about shingles? You know anybody elderly going through shingles? It is extremely painful. Do not wish that on anybody. They say that the shingles could come back as well, but you got to keep your immune system up.
Exactly.
When your immune system drops, anybody is susceptible to shingles.
It's another form of chicken pox.
Exactly. I was just getting ready to say that. The chicken pox, they lay dormant in your body as you age and you get older.
And you catch it, it's a shingle.
It's the shingles. It will blister up just like the chicken pox. You can't touch it. You don't want to put no clothes on. You don't want nothing to touch it. Not your clothes, not the sheets, nothing. It is extremely painful. I have to pull that report back up, shingles. But this here was my best friend when I had the shingles. I also suffer from fibroids. This also helped shrink my fibroids. I did not have to get a hysterectomy. So ladies, we got something for you. Gentlemen, we got something for you. We talked about prostates last week. Pure Noni was in there.
That's it.
I'm telling you, give your body the proper nutrition and the proper waste removal. Your body can heal itself. Your body messed it up, so your body can heal it. You heard the report. You get a whole new body every 365 days. How are you going to rebuild yours?
Exactly.
So that's what I have. Those 5 products this evening on colon cancer. Get with somebody who invited you to this call. Get you some products. Try them for yourself. Stock up, family, because I'm telling you, the weather is changing out here. We don't know what they're going to do to this variant, what they're going to add to the variant. We don't know.
Just take care of yourself.
Take care of yourself.
And those 5 right there is everything.
Take care of yourself, family. So that's all I have for colon cancer. I hope that this helped you or someone in your family. Last week we did prostate cancer, and that's what Reggie was saying. Somebody was watching and got him to the doctors, and he might have prostate cancer. He has to go back in
because
for
the
some more
symptoms that we
testing.
spoke about, he was going through those.
So somebody was watching. So we helped somebody. I say if I can get one person to help or listen, my job is done. I feel really good. I love to see people happy. I love love to see people vibrant and just living your very, very best life, whatever your age may be. And it's never too late to turn anything around.
Never.
It's not. We got Miss Artemis Whitaker on the line. She
Mother
is
Wicker.
absolutely beautiful.
Mhm.
She get around better than some of these 30-year-olds. She's looking better than some of these 30-year-olds. But now you got these 30-year-olds, they're going in for this gastric bypass surgery. This is the latest thing right now that they're after. So they're going to be looking for some reshaping garments.
We have
so
that
we
too.
have that too. Our skincare is coming back.
I
we
see
have
Mr.
that
Al
too.
Rivers. Yep, talking
I'm
about you, buddy.
telling you,
We got your shirt. We got that shirt.
That too. But take care of yourself, family. Seriously, take care of your family. Look after your family. I know the holidays is coming.
Mhm.
Watch these kids with this candy. I'm telling you, just watch out for the people are not nice anymore. They're just not. So just look after your family.
And they'll do it just because.
Just because they can. So that's all we have, family. We want to thank you again. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you again for being here. This is recorded. Share it out.
Please.
Reggie also put it on
YouTube. We have a YouTube channel. It's also there. So you have a multiple places you can go. You can go on Facebook, our pages, YouTube as well, and WhatsApp. So it's all there for you. So no excuses why you cannot listen.
And talk to people. They'll tell you what's wrong with them. We got something for that too. But just be the ministers in the marketplace and take care of your family. That's all we have. We want to say God bless you, family.
Thank you so very much
Absolutely.
for being a partnership with this and making this platform what it is. We really, you guys have no idea how much you are appreciated. You make it all worth it because of the research that Victoria does to bring it to all of you.
Ms. Pamela
It's
Thomas.
just a beautiful
You're so
thing.
welcome.
So
All
thank
right,
you,
Miss
thank
Carolyn
you,
Brown,
thank you,
Lakeisha
thank you.
Taylor, thank you
I'm
for
trying to say
our little
thank you.
fantastic
trying to say
report.
thank
I
you.
hear you. Go ahead, keep
I'm
talking.
saying
I
thank
got
you. Well, thank you all, everybody. Thank you. We love you
just
guys.
looking at everybody over here.
Oh, want some
Cheryl
comments? Want to read
Francis.
some comments?
We got Cheryl Francis, Grace Willington,
Hello,
Vicky
hello.
Humphrey.
Hey, Miss Annette Gay, President Gay, what's up, lady?
Hilda, Al Rivers, Nelly
Hey, Miss
Sosa,
Humphrey.
Tracy Wallace,
Hey,
Wiley.
Miss Jacqueline.
Hey, Reggie Flanagan, you all
I'm
over
on there
here
too.
too.
Oh, okay, I didn't know I was connected.
But
All
we
right.
love you guys, and there's nothing that you can
Absolutely,
do about it.
unequivocally nothing you can do about it.
I don't even know what I'm doing next week, but
whatever it is, going to be good no matter what it is.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Just get connected. It's going to be a good one anyway. Have you had one bad one? No. The information has been absolutely spot on. So let's keep going in that direction.
Take care of yourself, family. It's I want to see you. I don't want to talk about you.
Exactly.
So just take care of yourself.
All right.
All right. Good night, fam.
Excellent report. Thank you, guys. Love you as always. And again, there's nothing you guys can do about it. See you on the next Awareness Wednesday, prime time.
You got it.
Who do you know? Get them connected. Bye, y'all.
Okay.